phase of our Fraternal Convention and installation of officers. Thank you for your attendance. Social directors will be faced. Please march the officers-elect to whom will be installed in position within Luso American Fraternal Adult Youth and 20 Studies Board. Will the social director march in? Everyone please stand. We'll now join in singing our hymn American, hymn Portuguesa, and Stars da Novela. Danny Silva, duas young, please.
So bear with me, I sang all that last night. Elevo da nossa gente, euforia e plenitude, alegria permanente, em leio da juventude, cultura e esperança, conforto dos necessitados, uma carinhosa herança em leio da juventude. Meu coração palpitando, com voz de alegria enérgica, lado a lado cantando, damos vivas a Luso American, Luso American, Luso American, abençoado ideal. Luso American, Luso American, juntos vamos conviver, salvando e reconhecendo. Luso American, sociedade fraternal. Heróis do mar, nobre povo, nação valente e imortal, levantai hoje de novo o esplendor de Portugal. Entre as brumas da memória, ó pátria, sente-se a voz dos teus egrégios avós. Guiar-te à vitória, as armas, sobre a terra, sobre o mar. As armas, pela pátria lutar, contra os canhões marchar
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Fellow officers and members of Luso American Fraternal Federation and friends, I'm pleased to present the installing officer, past president, current financial director, one of my models, Elizabeth Moulton.
Thank you, Daniel. Ladies and gentlemen, before installing the newly elected officers for the 24-25 term of office, I would like to take the opportunity to introduce a group of officers of the Luso American Fraternal and the Financial Board. I will not be reading all the names of the individual people, but will be introducing them as a group. Please stand as I call the positions that you currently hold, and in the interest of time, I will ask the audience to hold your applause till the end. Luso American Financial Directors and Executive Officers. All past presidents, adults, youth, 2030, and financial. Youth Directors, Chair and Director of Youth Programs. Luso American Fraternal Honorary Officers. Luso American Fraternal Advisory Board. Luso American Laws and Ritual. Luso American Fraternal Assistant Presidents. Let's please give them a round of applause for their wonderful dedication and work. Thank you. We will now proceed with the installation of officers. Would the installing marshal please read the names of the officers-elect of Luso American Fraternal Adult Officers, 2030 Associates, and Youth Administration.
Roxanne Burns Aguilar, President. Melanie Silva, Vice President. Danny Pinto, Master of Ceremonies. Patrick Warren, Marshal. Samantha Reyes, Inside Guard. Richard Souza, Outside Guard. Paulo Brito, Director. Monica Xavier, Director.
Officers-elect. 2030s and youth also, please.
Nicholas Sierra, President. Grant Silva, Vice President. Cindy De Silva, Secretary. Justin Ducantu, Treasurer. J.D. Villalone, Master of Ceremonies. Annalicia Adon, Director. Laura Brazil, Director.
Youth.
Xavier Gashpad, President. Delaney De Silva, Vice President. Daniela Minch, Secretary. Lynette Colt, Treasurer. Austin Quidu, Master of Ceremonies. Taylor Crawford, Marshal. Mia Fernandes, Inside Guard. Layla Brazil, Outside Guard. Trustees Cameron Saradu, Julia Van Sacco, Van Syok, I apologize. Michaela Souza, and Morgan Gilbert.
Thank you. Officers-elect, is it your free will and choice that you will accept and occupy the chairs to which you have been elected?
Yes.
Thank you. Officers-elect, I commend you for the honor that was conferred upon you. I trust that you will not spare any effort to promote the development and progress of the society. We are well aware of your willingness to serve the society, and we are convinced that you will commit to use all of your talents and energy for the success of our cause. You will now confirm and reconfirm this opinion by taking your oath of office. Officers-elect, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I promise upon my word of honor that I will discharge the duties of my office with honesty and integrity. I will never do anything that may harm the society or any of its members. I promise further that I will do everything possible to further the progress of our society and to uphold its laws and regulations. So help me God. Thank you for your commitment to this oath. Please take it serious, and we're all very proud of you. You may now be seated. Installing marshals. Please present the Luso American Fraternal Presidents-elect of the Adult, the 2030s, and the Youth Administration. Will these officers please stand? youth. You know what? I know you all know your name, so I would ask you to introduce yourselves in a nice loud voice so everybody will know who you are because you're going to represent us for the next year. I will start with the youth.
Xavier Gaspar.
2030s,
I'm Nicholas Vieira.
adult.
Roxanne Burns Aguilar.
President-elect, you are being entrusted with the leadership of the Luso American Fraternal. Your conduct should inspire subordinates in the maintenance of proper respect for our bylaws and rules and regulations, and to work diligently for the progress of this society. In doing this, so you will have fulfilled your duty. It is a pleasure that I hereby install you as president for which office you have been selected. Will the installing marshal please escort the presidents to their respective stations, and on behalf of all the members present and in our society, please congratulate all of the presidents with the sign of appreciation and respect for their office, which will represent the presentation of their insignia of office. Installing marshals, please present the Luso American Fraternal Vice Presidents of the Adults, 2030s Associates, and Youth Administration. Will these officers please stand? Thank you. Thank you. Vice Presidents-elect, you are being entrusted with the second highest office in the society. I trust that you will avail yourself of the powers conferred upon you in the observance of our bylaws. The future progress of our society will depend greatly on you. It is my pleasure that I hereby install you for the office of which you have been elected. Installing marshals, please escort the vice presidents to their respective stations, and on behalf of all of our members, present and not present, please congratulate all of them with a sign of appreciation and respect for their office, the office which will represent the presentation of their honored insignia of the office. Installing marshals. Please present the Luso American Fraternal Secretaries, Master of Ceremonies, Marshal, Inside and Outside Guard, Directors and Trustees-elect of the Adults, Youth, and 2030s. Officers-elect of the Adult, Youth, and 2030s departments, you are being entrusted with the office in which you are elected. You as individuals are the Secretary, Treasurer, Master of Ceremonies, Marshal, Inside Guards, Directors, and Trustees for our Luso American Fraternal, Adult, Youth, and 2030s department. The positions in which you are being installed today all vary in your roles within this society. Your fellow members have placed their trust in you in a sincere hope that you will line up to that confidence and trust that they have given you. Congratulations, and I wish you the best of success. Remember how great our society is and the important role you serve. Installing Marshal, please escort the officers in which they are elected to their respective seats, and on behalf of all the members of our society, both present and not present, congratulations. And then we will ask our marshals to give you a sign of appreciation and respect for your office, which will represent the presentation of your honored insignia of office. I would now like to introduce our social directors, who have not only done a wonderful job tonight, but for their efforts throughout our convention. Fatima Azevedo, Chair. Annabelle Bencourt. Daniela Azevedo. Rose Ferreira. Sophia Rosa. Laura Brazil. And Brianna Gaspar. Let's give our social directors a nice big round of applause for a job well done. On behalf of everybody in attendance, thank you. It is now my duty and pleasure to thank on behalf of every member of Luso, the presidents, assistant presidents, laws and ritual, advisory board, whose term of office has just ended. We commend them for the manner in which they discharge their duties and for the work and untiring effort for our society, and it shall not be forgotten. We sincerely hope that you will continue to render your valuable services to ensure the future progress of Luso American Fraternal. Could I please have those retiring officers please stand? Again, that is our presidents, assistant presidents, laws and ritual advisory board. His term of office had just ended. Laws and ritual. Let us all rise in a demonstration of thanks to our officers who have just ended their term of office with a well-deserved round of applause. Please be seated. At this time, if any family members or friends would to present flowers or gifts to our newly elected president, please come forward and do so. Could I have the presidents please go to the floor and face forward so that your family can greet you? Go ahead and come out in front, please. Roxanne, Nicholas. Great.
See you.
Wait. Let them go first, and then we go.
And then you guys gonna make Luso great again.
Okay, then you guys go. Or you want me to pick you?
I would now like to ask our new 24-25 Luso President Roxanne Burns to come to the podium. Madam President, I have the honor of turning over to you the chair and objects which symbolize the distinct honor that has been bestowed upon you. I hope that you will do everything in your power to preserve and respect what they symbolize. It is my sincere wish that the officers whose terms have just begun may give you their loyalty and the same cooperation that has been given to your predecessors. I sincerely hope that in your efforts, you will have the continued cooperation and support of all of our members for the future welfare and development of our society. I hereby declare the installation of the officers of the Luso American for the ensuing term concluded. Madam President, as you make your travels visiting our councils, our society wants you to be recognized as the Luso President. For that reason, we are presenting you with a license plate frame so that the cars following you will know that you are president of a great society. And it reads 2024-25 Luso Fraternal President. I will now hand over the gavel to our new Luso President, Roxanne Burns Aguilar, and wish her much success during her term in office, as well as the Luso 2030's Associate President Nicholas Vieira and our Youth President Xavier Gaspar. Let's wish them good luck and give them all a great round of applause. I hate to give up this gavel. I could have used it when I was principal. Here you go, Roxanne. You're going to do a wonderful job.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us give a big round of applause to Liz Mota for acting as the installing officer this evening. It was only fitting that I chose her as my installing officer because she is the one who really encouraged me to get in line and go down this path. So thank you, Liz. Thank you for the gift. I will have it installed on my car immediately so that I am proud to let everybody know that I am the 2024-25 Luso Fraternal President. And if you see me, beep, beep. And now I would like to ask the 2024 Youth President, Xavier João Gaspar, to come up to the podium and say a few remarks.
Good evening, officers, delegates, members, family, and friends. My name is Xavier John Gaspar, and I'm honored and proud to be standing in front of all of you here tonight as your 2024-2025 Luso State Youth President. I would like to introduce my family, and as I say your name, please stand up to be recognized. My parents, Carlos and Melissa Gaspar, and my little sister, Juliana. Stay standing, please. Alright, I'd also like to recognize someone who doesn't need to be introduced because we hear enough about her already. My Tia and Fraternal Director, Monica Chaguet. My Malinga, incoming Luso Vice President, Melanie Silva, and her husband, my Tiu, Danny Silva. My cousins Grant, Gavin, and Grace Silva, and Brianna Gaspar. And my Tiu, Anthony Pio. I know you always wanted my parents to join Luso, so now you're one step closer to your goal. All right, you guys can be sitting. All right, now I'd like to talk a little bit about me. I'm 17 years old and I'm a senior at East Union High School in Manteca. I play varsity basketball and varsity volleyball. I'm an honor roll student and participate in our link crew in which I help freshman students adjust to the high school life. After graduation, I'm planning to pursue a career in criminal justice or fire science. I've been a member of Youth Council number 24 of Northern San Joaquin Valley practically since birth. I think Brian Martins actually signed me and Grace up together as a package deal. My cousin is 6 weeks older than me, and we have grown up together not only in life, but also in Luso. To Grace, my cousin twin, I want to congratulate you on a successful year as president and for running a beautiful show. I also want to thank you for always being in my corner and supporting me and being one of the people I go to advice for. You're also one of the people I always depend on to help me whenever I need to get prepared for anything Luso-wise. But you need to get your license already because I'm tired of being your Uber driver. I'm kidding, but not kidding, but I love you. Now to her brothers, Grant and Gavin. Thank you for being great big cousins I could look up to and being good, Thank you for being the great big cousins I could look up to and being good role models for me. Thank you for encouraging me to put myself out there and getting me more involved in our organization. It has been truly life-changing. The only complaint I have is that you guys are all Raider fans. I started dancing for YC24, or actually I was used as a prop, when I was 2 years old. I grew into the middle kids and then the big kids grew. Along the way, I was always encouraged to be involved. And when I was old enough to become a delegate, I was too shy to pursue it. Then at last year's convention, I finally decided to try and made it into the board as trustee with my cousin Grace as president. I really got to see how Luso brings people together and have made many friendships along the way. I was inspired to run for president after witnessing the 3 Gs be amazing presidents and have successful terms. I want to say thank you to my youth council of Northern San Joaquin Valley and my youth director Michelle Morris Silva for being supportive of me throughout my campaign and being excited for me as well. Performing with the youth I've always grown up with yesterday was amazing, and all youth councils and performers should be proud for putting on another great show. I'd also like to thank my good friend, past state youth president, Tiana VAS CONCELOS. I just want to say thank you for nominating me and believing in me. I hope I do you proud. I look forward to traveling with our incoming Luso State President Roxanne Burns Aguilar and her husband Adrian and our 2030s President Nicholas Vieira, and getting to know you guys better as we promote our family. And to our Convention Queen Belle at launch. Congratulations on all of your hard work during the past months, and I look forward to traveling with you as we represent our youth and also getting to know you better. To my board, I am excited to work alongside all of you throughout this year, and I feel that we can accomplish many good things this upcoming year. I want to thank my parents for supporting me as well. Running for president may have not been in the plans, but when I decided to pursue it, you both were behind me, encouraging me. So thank you, Mom and Pie. I hope I make you proud. And lastly, but certainly the most important, I need to thank God. Without Him, none of this is possible, and I'm nothing without Him. I pray that He is with me always, and especially on my travels, representing Luso and our youth. I wish all of you a great evening, safe travels. This has been Xavier João Gaspar. Boa noite e muito obrigado.
And now I would like to ask the 2024, 2025, 2030s Associates President Nicholas Vieira to come up to the podium and say a few remarks.
Cool. Hello, everyone. Members of the delegation, officers, family, and friends, I am Nicholas Vieira, your 2024, 2025, 2030s president. I don't want to talk too much about myself, not to toot my own horn, but I've kind of been here a while. So you already know a little bit about me. My personal record of not missing convention since 1995 is still going strong. So you've probably seen me always around. You either see me walking around, working backstage, in someone's room partying, or embarrassing myself on the dance floor. In the long enough past though, you saw me in 2003, 2004, traveling with my parents when my father was adult president, probably being babysat by Nancy Cardoso, while playing my Nintendo DS. Maybe you saw me running for youth office when I was putting up flyers in elevators. Or maybe you finally saw me in 2012, 2013 when I traveled as the state youth president with this guy over here in the corner. But now today, I got in line, online, on Zoom during prime COVID in 2020 for the 2030 state board. During that time, we have taken strength since then to strengthen and empower the 2030s board, and I think this year, we're really gonna kill it. I know we're ready to blow your minds. I have a couple of ideas, and I hope to make everyone proud and really show what 2030s can be in this day and age. Now we move on to the millions of thank yous. Thank you to everyone here who donated or sponsored my Friday Luau event, and those who purchased my diabetes bags. All jokes aside, the money I raise is going towards the American Diabetes Association and Dub 15Q Alliance. It'll help a lot of people and a lot of kids out there. A round of applause for all of you, please. Thank you to my 2030s region of 1-14, and thank you to my Adult Council of San Jose. The love and support I've received over the years is amazing, and I'm going to cherish it forever and continue to, I don't want to say use you guys, but lean on you guys in the future for future endeavors. I'd also like to name and thank all my family that's here today. And similar to Xavier, can you please stand up and stay standing, because I had to stand a lot today. I think you guys can stand for a couple minutes for me. Starting with, I was gonna say something neat. The most wise person here, my vovó Pereira. My Tia Diane, plus my cousins Tiago and Convention Princess Talia. My T Nancy and T Joe, and my cousin Audrey. My T Susie and T Scott, my cousin Jordan, Brooke, and my godson Zach. I'm gonna pronounce this horribly, I apologize. My madrino, Christina, T Larry, and my goddaughter Vienne. My padrino, David, and T Teresa. My cousin Anthony, who's taking a break from his family tonight. My cousins Sandra and Greg Crawford, their children Sophia, Lucas, and your state youth marshal, Taylor. Now some of the ones you're more familiar with, I'll kind of run through this a little bit faster. Linda Vieira and Patrick Bourne, Manny and Lena Vieira, little Manny Vieira. I do not know if Albert Vieira is here, but he gets a shout out anyway. And get this, past state 2030s President Elizabeth and Edgar Noguera. You guys can all sit down. Thank you for suffering with me. But special unexpected thanks to my great aunt Bernadette and great uncle Bill, who stopped by for church today and just found out I'm becoming state 2030s president. When I asked them about that, they said, I thought a woman was next for president. I would also like to thank my Vieira grandparents who could not be here tonight. He was adult fraternal president in 1982-83. Unfortunately, they weren't able to be here due to health reasons, but I know they're here with me in spirit. Before my next thank you, it's a little more personal. Just a quick recap for in case anyone fell asleep or wasn't paying attention. My name is Nicholas. My brother is Ethan. This is Nicholas. That is Ethan over there. He is the doctor. I'm the one with the confusing job. Thank you for being a great brother and for coming out here today. Thank you for getting a new dog this weekend, because it really gave me the opportunity for my parents to be distracted from all my shenanigans this weekend. And that was great. You're a great brother, a great man. You have a great future ahead of you. I love you, Ethan. Thank you to my parents, Eden and Joseph Vieira. Wow, I can't say their own name. They got me into this organization and have not stopped since. They were incredible the past few months, dealing with my shenanigans and last minute ideas. Always humoring me though, if I wanted to put my face on the candy bags, or when I wanted to sell candy bags for diabetes research. They always support me in my dreams, even when they're incredibly far-fetched. I love them all with all my heart. Special loving thanks to my girlfriend, Teresa Andriola. She's my best friend, my rock, sometimes my bully, but always has my heart. I love you. I also really want to apologize for underselling just how busy and crazy this weekend was going to be. This is her first convention, and I was being installed as state 2030s president. I just really undersold it. I kind of forgot. I think the only way I could have been more busy is if I was either Roxanne or Anthony Pia this weekend. Our anniversary is also 12 days from now. I don't tell her, but I've really been so busy I haven't really planned anything yet. So I really need to figure that out this week. But don't tell her. Lately, too, there's been a tradition of 2030s presidents being engaged and having their wedding dates during their term of presidency. And I did not want to be the odd guy out, so... Guys, come on, how Portuguese do you think I am? It was her idea, so guys, come on. However, I did not want to leave her empty-handed though. So I did give her an amazing gift. I partnered with someone on this, and they're coming up to present it. Danny, what are you currently holding?
We are our first member for 2024 and 2025.
I just need to get 19 more so I can get a fancy pin like Elizabeth. So, now that I've distracted you all, let's talk about 2030s a little bit. The elephant in the room? Why does 2030s exist in 2024? There's a very evident and prominent gap in the organization for people aged 19 to 39. During my time on this board, I've asked people much wiser than me, questions about what 2030s was in the past, what they thought it could be in the future, who are we, what are we doing here, questions like that. I'm still figuring out exactly what 2030s can be in this day and age, but I know for sure I'll have an answer for you guys in Reno. The next Reno, not the Reno after that, or the Reno potentially after that. Before I talk about my future though, I need to talk about the people who are ending their journey today. I'd like to congratulate Manuel Pimentel and Katia, Grace Silva, Elizabeth Vieira Noguera, and Edgar on an amazing year. You showcased your respective offices with grace, fraternalism, and left big shoes to fill. You guys can clap that. This upcoming year, though, I'll have the opportunity and privilege to promote Luso and 2030s with State President Roxanne Aguilar and her husband Adrian, State Youth President Xavier Gaspar, and her family. I know a couple of them already. And Queen Isabella Matos. I look forward to adventures and amazing memories, but I do have to warn you ahead of time, whether I like it or not, shenanigans and weird things tend to follow me, so you'll probably have some amazing stories. To my board, and especially, again, Matthew Touche, who's not here, but thank you for an amazing weekend. We kicked butt, let's be real. It was awesome. I really loved everyone dealing with my shenanigans of like wanting to sell things everywhere. I really appreciate it. I know we're gonna really kick butt this year. That aside, I'm excited to see parts of California I have not seen since my travels when I was a youth president. I'm also excited for Teresa to see parts of California she never even knew existed. For those who don't know, she is from New York and only moved here in January. So she had no idea where Manteca was, for instance. Thank you for your time and attention, everyone. I hope I have the opportunity to speak with every single one of you in my room tonight, 966, where I'm hosting dessert, drinks, and good times. Have a great night, everyone. God bless. In the words of Teresa, happy Luso to everyone.
Well, you've learned a lot about the other presidents, and I didn't know Nicholas was so funny. And shenanigans. It's gonna be a good one. All right, first I would like to congratulate and recognize the outgoing presidents, Manuel Pimentel, who is just a great human being, I love that you spoke from your heart today, because you usually do. And yeah, I just want to say I really appreciate you, and I think you're a great role model. So thank you. Elizabeth Vieira Nicara. You know, we've known each other for quite some time, you know, in your teen days in Storm football and cheer. So yeah, it's been great to watch you just, grow up and evolve to this beautiful young woman, and your drive and commitment to Luso is just unwavering, and I really appreciate that about you. And Emily, way to go. All right. And Grace, what can I say about you? Yeah, no, she's just awesome, you know? I've had the opportunity to spend some time with Grace in her unofficial capacity. And, interestingly, she's actually the same person in her unofficial capacity as she is in her official capacities. Just full of love and chutzpah. I don't know if there's a Portuguese, translation to chutzpah, but yeah, you have it. Grit. So yes, great term. The show was awesome, and your creativity continues to precede you. I love that vision. So thank you. I also wanted to give a shout out to our 2023 convention queen, Lynette Coot. So I said that right? This is Coit. Anyway, Lynette, I just really love that you attended all the visits, and you are always such a positive person, and I loved your vibe, and I was always glad when I got to see you at a visit that I attended, so thank you. I have a lot of thank yous, and I just really want to start with the biggest thank you, and that is to the Luso staff for hosting this convention. Really, they did. They did. I chose to do the Luso option. I thought it was interesting. The theory behind this was to create a pathway that made getting in line and becoming a president less intimidating, without the need to spend years raising money and doing a ton of work, and you still have this commitment, but you're allowing Luso to drive the bus, which means you have to give up control, right? There's things that you don't control. The thing you do control is mass, which was awesome. Okay, and even though Father Tony, we never know what he's going to say, he's always divinely inspired, and you very much inspired us today, and thank you very much for that. Anyway, on behalf of the 2024 Convention Committee and Council 5C of San Pablo, thank you, Luso Home Office, for all your work in putting this together. I'd also like to give a little shout out to Connie Schwarz, because she's awesome and did all these beautiful flower arrangements that you see here tonight and in other parts of the convention. And I didn't choose Connie, the Luso did, because I don't choose flowers, but they chose well, so thank you. And the other thing that I did want to also recognize another small business, and some of you that may not know that I have been a commercial lender for almost 40 years, and mostly in small business lending. And so I always love a small business story. But Portuguese Tasty Desserts was the provider of the sweetbread. They are also providing the desserts that we are serving in the kickoff outside in the foyer, and part of the champagne brunch. And they're great people, and they're here in Santa Clara, so if you ever need a tasty Portuguese treat, they're a great go-to business. So. I'd like to introduce my family. There's not so many here, but they're here in spirit. First, I'd like to introduce my sister, Danette, and her husband, Juan Maldonado. They came to attend this convention all the way from Houston, Texas, because, you know, that's our other half of our heart is Texas. We're half Texan. So, and then my cousin, Elaine Kilpatrick. I also would like to thank Council 5C for their support. I particularly want to give a shout out to Lino and Linda Amaral for, you know, I always knew that I could lean on you. I'd also like to recognize Maria George and Audrey Berman, Macedo Berman, from SBR councils, I don't remember their numbers. But Maria has always been a big supporter of the direction that I've gone in getting in line with Luso, and also the person who reached out to me and said, please make sure we incorporate the memorial service as part of Mass. And I said, would love to do that. Would you be my committee chair, you and Audrey, do that and, you know, really, you know, drive that effort. And I thought that it was a beautiful thing. I thought that that we didn't end Mass until after the memorial service was special, and hopefully that we will continue that for many years. So thank you. I also want to recognize Joe and Teresa Machado just for, you know, helping me out and getting the church set up this morning, getting the altar set up and doing everything right. And just also for your friendship over the years. You know, I really appreciate it. And I would also like to thank all the fraternal line officers and friends who helped the Luso staff in various aspects of setting up this convention. I also want to thank Liz again for getting me into this and then installing me. It was, you know, necessary. So thank you. And last but not least is that, you know, we all have a special friend in our life. Hopefully everybody has a special friend like this. And who always seems to show up when I need him the most. So I would like to thank my friend Anthony Peel, he's a member of 5C, he's a member of my committee, and he's the person I could go to and who would give me advice and direction as I navigated this journey into as a Luso president, particularly at the convention. It's a big thing. And he did all this with great generosity, and you know, he wears a lot of hats. And so, thank you, my friend. A little bit more about me. You know, I'm fourth generation Portuguese American. And my grandparents were born in this country. My mother was born in this country, and my father was a Texan. And because they think they're their own country, just so you know. We lived in California. We lived near my Portuguese family, so my grandparents, my aunts and uncles, and cousins. But it was Luso. And SPRSI, we were actually multi-generation of SPRSI and Luso members, great-grandparents, grandparents, and then parents. So we have a long history in these organizations. And it was it was as our activity in these Portuguese fraternals that really helped ground and expand, my understanding of my Portuguese heritage, really be beyond, what you learned in family, right? And, I was intimidated for a long time because, hey, I wasn't a real Portuguese person, right? Because I wasn't whole. And I didn't speak the language. And somehow I had convinced myself that I didn't belong. But I do. And Luso was a big part of that. I was a member of Youth Council 16. I held various positions at the local level. I did not go into the state organization before I aged out. I ran for queen, so I was a princess. I wasn't the queen, but I was the princess in 1978. We did not raise this kind of money in 1978, just saying. But it was fun, and it was meaningful, and it got me to, like all of you, out of your community and out visiting other Portuguese communities, and which again, just reminded me that, oh, I belong here. And I really, truly believe that this organization has a role. And I think that as we continue, our community continues to evolve, people are going to look more like me. Fourth generation. Think about that. When we have a room full of third and fourth generation people who may or may not be 100% Portuguese, but who are still living and learning and loving, who we are as Portuguese people. It's special, man. Portuguese people are special. They're as special as Texans, let me tell you. And I really believe in doing this, and I'm grateful for the trust and faith that you have in my leadership to carry on. And I really feel like if I can just add whatever to this journey that we're all on here, that would be great. I also, in that note, would like to tell you I have super enjoyed working with this fraternal board. And the fraternal board has, there's terms, and unless you get in line, and you get in line, and people go on. But I have been really, really impressed. I mean, I've served on other boards in my, professional life, but I've really been proud of the leadership on this board, the directors and line officers. Let me tell you, we go at it sometimes. We don't always agree. And we always speak our mind. I mean, we try not to bully each other and beat each other up. We might hurt each other's feelings, but we always seem to be able to say, I'm sorry. Because we really, at the end of the day, have a common goal. So I just want to recognize and let you know that your fraternal leadership is alive and well, and, really thinking about how do we move forward, So thank you. I also have spent a couple of seasons on the scholarship committee. And the fun thing about the scholarship committee is you get to give away money, which is always fun. I felt like Oprah for a minute. You get a scholarship, you get a scholarship. But what was awesome about being involved in the scholarship committee is reading all those applications. And I continue to be blown away about how smart our youth are, how you have these really nice academic results, but at the same time you have, youth that have high academic achievement, but also are involved in multiple, not just Luso, multiple Portuguese organizations and or sports, and leadership in their own schools. And it's very impressive. I was a recipient of that Luso scholarship back in 1979. And it was, very helpful in getting me to go. And I, had to go to school for a long time because I couldn't stop going to college. I had to keep coming up with degrees because I didn't want to stop going to school. So I loved it, and I encourage all of you to remember that you, as a youth member, you can, always apply for a scholarship. The key thing is that you got to keep your grades up. And if you keep your grades above 2.5, you will be able to get a Luso scholarship, fraternal scholarship. As I go out into doing my visits, as I told you, I was a commercial banker, and I have retired from banking, but I am not retired. And so I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do yet, but I will be out there consulting and continuing to work in that space with small and medium-sized enterprises to help them grow their companies. But, so the business aspect of what we do is really important to me. In a nutshell, our business activity, selling financial service products, annuities, life insurance, and various other investment products, the profits from that fund, by law, fraternal activity. That's how we're a fraternal benefit organization. And, I will, continue to remind all of you that, we have to make sure that not only our youth, we have youth, we're recruiting the youth coming in and becoming, getting a policy of becoming members, but just always keep in mind that how we fund this beautiful convention. If you want to go back to a 4-day convention, there's only one way to get there. We need more business. We need to make sure that not only every child has a policy, but their parents have policies. Okay? We need to also open our umbrella to think about the fact that why would somebody want to buy a policy from Luso? Not because they are, wanting to be part of a fraternal organization, but that, it's a good investment, right? We have good products and they're good investments. So think about it like that too. But I just want to also just remind you, and we'll continue to remind everybody, that how we continue to do this, how we continue to have, this wonderful youth performance, how we continue to create this great community and join each other every year, because it's so fun to see all your friends every year. It's a business proposition that gets us here. So just keep that in mind. The other thing is leadership. We will continue to need a line of leaders at the council level. The leadership in the councils are starting to age out, and we need to have people coming in, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and beyond, to take over and continue down the path and blaze new paths that our grands and our great grands did before us. So that's a message that I'll continue to hit as I go out and talk to councils around the state. And other than that, I would tell you there's things that are not perfect, but we always want to be better. And I learned in my professional life to take input, good or bad, positive or negative, and take that in and see if there is a way through compromise, through strategic thinking and creativity to move forward. So I'm always interested in what you have to say. Okay? So I look forward to my year, and thank you very much. I hope you enjoy this convention. It was lovely to be here with you. You forgot to introduce your husband. I'm sorry, love. Aww. Yes, this is my husband, Adrian Aguilar, and I just have to Adrian Aguilar's story. So, Adrian's first convention was Manny Vieira's convention. Because, interestingly enough, Adrian and Manny knew each other because their sons are the same age and went to the same schools. Okay, played sports together. So they kind of knew each other already. So we go to Manny's convention, and Adrian, I think, was in love with me. But Angela Breed, in her father group, came and sang father music. Oh, and he fell in love all over again. That guy is, and then I took him to a concert, concert, and he is a huge father fan. You want to check out his Spotify playlist. He's got everybody, who sings father music. He's a huge fan. But I'm sorry, love, that I forgot you. But anyway, thank you and good night. Oh, join us out here in the foyer. We'll have some desserts and a quick toast, and you can then go to next room and continue the party. I declare this annual session of the Luso American Fraternal adjourned until next year when the 2025 Luso American Fraternal Convention will be at the Grand Sierra Resort in Marina.